Hey, you guys, welcome back to day 2 of Alabama Precision Rifle Challenge. Some of the barricades you see will be used from day 1 and day 2, and you'll see some additional ones as well. The targets were different, but it was a great match, had a lot of fun. So you guys take care. All right, we started off the morning on day 2 on stage 11, the pig attack. Upon start signal, shooter will use the designated positions to engage the near, then far pig with 1 round each from 5 positions. First pig was at 571 yards. Second was at 590. Ended up getting a 6 out of 10. All right, stage 12, called troop line. Upon start, signal shooter will take up the prone position and engage the IPSC targets near to far with 2 rounds each. First target was at 411 yards, 33% IPSC. 558 yards, 33% IPSC. 578 yards, 33% IPSC. 604 yards, 33% IPSC, and 620 yards was a 45% IPSC. Got done with this stage, and I'm going to zoom in on the part where I basically am frustrated. I get a 3 out of 10 on this one. The wind, I put F.K wind. It was a tough stage, and unfortunately it didn't start the day off any better. All right, we made it to stage 13, called the rock mover. Upon start signal, shooter will take up a modified prone position on the rock and engage the circle head mover with 5 rounds. Hit or miss, the shooter will transition to and engage static 1 until hit. Shooter will then engage static 2 until hit. Shooter will then transition back to and engage the circle head mover with the remaining rounds. We had an IPSC mover at 457. We had a circle at 469 and another circle at 482. We had some wind. It was a good time. Got an 8 out of 10.
I went, maybe it was a flyer, so I held it again. After that, I went center on it.
And hit it. You wasn't hitting the strap.
Everybody's just saying about that.
It,
What?
It didn't even wiggle.
Got your brace. Thank you.
All right, we made our way to stage 14 called Trump Progression. Upon start signal, shooter will use the designated position to engage the IPSC progression from left to right with 2 rounds each. We had a IPSC progression target at 803. Progression just means basically like a know your limits, where it starts off bigger and works its way to a tiny little target. Was able to get 8 out of 10 on this one, so not bad, but not great either. Stage number 15, Jeep. Upon start signal, shooter will take up a modified position on the hood of the Jeep and engage the IPSC targets from near to far with 2 rounds each. Targets were at 298, 382, 471, 605, and 643. Was able to get a 9 out of 10, and unfortunately the last shot just missed off the edge. So I wasn't able to get a clean run, but 9 out of 10, I'll take it all day long. All right, this was stage 16, Animal Hunt. Unfortunately, I don't have video footage because it was on top of a Connex box, but I was able to get an 8 out of 10. Upon start signal, shooter will engage the animals with 2 rounds each from near to far. Started off with a coyote at 800, mountain lion at 900, bear at 1,000. They're all bears after that. At 1,000, 1,100, and 1,200. Was able to get a 12, so did fairly well. We had some crazy dope. This was the card that you would see on my dope card. I pulled these off, put them back on. But we're looking at, really had some tricky wins trying to figure it out. But it was tough. So basically dialed 9.5. I run mine this way, the closest target up, kind of working like the lay of the land. Most shooters do it the other way, but that's just the way I've been doing it. So basically, it was 4.7 at that distance, 800 yards, 5.7, 6.881, and 9.5 for my rifle shooting a 105 hybrid out of a 6 Creedmoor. And then you can see a bunch of wind in here. And this was 5 to 9 miles per hour I had set up. So 1.4 for 5. That's kind of how I ran this one. Just to kind of give you an idea of how I do my dope card here. But not bad. 8 out of 10 was good. I'll take it. All right, we're looking at stage 17, circles and squares. Description says, upon start signal, shooter will use tank trap 1 to engage the circles from left to right with 2 rounds each. Then shooter will then use tank trap 2 and engage the squares with 1 round each. One thing they did do is made it so you had to change magazines when you move from tank trap to tank trap. We had a target at 194, 235, and 200. Those were 6 inches and one 4-inch target. And then when we moved over to the other tank trap, we had a 278 was a 4-inch square. That's right, 4 inches. 300 yards, we had a 6-inch square. And 325 yards, we had an 8-inch square. Got a 7 out of 9 on that one. Not too bad.
I hope not. He left it.
Good putt. Good putt.
And the last stage of the day, the last stage was stage 18. It was a PRS skills stage, and this was a timed event. Upon start signal, shooter will move to the barricade and engage the target from each of the 4 designated positions with 2 rounds each. This was a 10-inch circle at 400 yards. Should have been an easy 8, but when you try to put in speed, you drop 2. So I got a 6 out of 8. Great match, a lot of fun. Enjoyed the whole thing. I will say thanks again to all the sponsors. Huge shout out to Alabama Precision and A-Team for hosting the match. Some of the title sponsors saw a lot of stuff on the prize table, but you had Southern Precision Rifles, bugholes.com, KGM Technologies, MCS, Leopold, Thunder Beast, Foundation Stocks, MPA, Short Action, Savage, Impact Precision Shooting, Ruger, MDT, and those are just some of the sponsors. So thanks again to all the sponsors. Thanks again to all the shooters. Had a great time. Enjoyed it. Hope to see you guys out there again. And if you guys are new to the channel, tell me what you liked about these videos. Do you like the match videos? I know I get a half and a half. If there's anything you want to see or add, let me know. Maybe I'll accommodate it depending on what it is. But you guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe and get your butt out of bed and go shoot. All right, and to wrap up the whole thing, here's the score sheet from all the different stages, 21 stages. Stage 21, what you guys didn't see, was just one shot. It was at 100 yards. You had to put it into a playing card that had basically a bullseye in the middle. If you made it in the circle, you got the point. If you didn't make it in the circle, you didn't get the point. So I missed 59 targets out of 192. Got 42nd place, and that was good with me. I felt good. I shot a lot better than I did the match before that. So as we get better and shoot more, it'll get more comfortable. We'll learn a lot each time, hopefully, and hopefully see you guys out there. See ya.